This game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
Set to kick off.
The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
14's the mic. 14's the mic. Coming to you. Coming to you.
Now it's Griffin. Throw right side is hauled in by the tight end Gonzalez. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, Griffin. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Griffin. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards.
Goal at the 3-yard line.
Scoring first, so critical in the postseason. They've got it here 1st and goal. Tomlinson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
On 1st down, Tannehill. This will be caught by Randy Moss. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On the ground, it's the first carry here for Jamal Charles. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They run. Charles. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An extra quarter comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Off play action, Tannehill. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They snap it to Tannehill. It's caught. Jones. And now running right through it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Tight right.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Charles. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Patriots 20-yard line.
Play action. It's Tannehill. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Again, Tannehill. And that will be incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Tannehill throwing again. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Patriot defense has a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally, and you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. Fresh off the pick 6, it's Tannehill. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Escapes the sack. And this is for his running back, Tomlinson. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
Good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
16 yards, a 1st down.
For a Patriots. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Ravens nothing.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. To throw is RG3. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
But that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. Escaping, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Another try after the first down sack. Tannehill, and able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Now Griffin on first down. Got it, and he hits him in stride. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former Patriot, Darrelle Revis. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 30, 10, 5, and he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. So they had a good drive going, a chance to build on this first half lead, but now you kind of feel like we got a new ball game.
And you wonder what the discussion will be now at halftime because...
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Oh, no, and it's intercepted.
The conversion is no good on the fake extra point.
Time to go to work. Let's go.
Boy, they're down only 1 score, still first half, but they're going to line up for the onside kick. And this is secured by the Patriots. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Let's go now.
A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run with LT. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. On 3rd down, LaDainian Tomlinson. And he'll be taken down at at the 34. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
A 51-yard attempt.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all still quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
55. Check three. Hey.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his pass incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful, because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
14's the mic.
To throw again. Griffin. That one's complete to Tomlinson. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 16 yards, a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. After the run, Tannehill going to throw. Got a man. It's Randy Moss. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. The final shot here before the break. Tannehill. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this 1st half of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are wrapping ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. A scramble for it. I think the Patriots may have got it. They did.
Patriots.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. Tomlinson. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens 41. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
That throw into the arms of Allen, and he's taken down inside the 30. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Tomlinson again, a first down carry. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the 2nd half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Griffin, right side catch. This is Gates. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Runs through the contact. And he keeps fighting his way into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Tannehill. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down at the 2. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On the counter, it's Tomlinson. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Griffin firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That one good for 13 and a New England 1st down.
At the 44-yard line.
Now it's Griffin. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Snatched by the safety Ed Reed. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Here we go. Ready?
After the interception, here's Tannehill. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
He's not going to get me.
Back to the air. Tannehill on 2nd down. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
240! Let's go!
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Throw left side complete. It's Charles. That catch good for only a couple. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Patriots' 32-yard line.
Throwing again is Tannehill. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
Play!
To the air again, Tannehill. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Charles. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down. From the red zone now, Tannehill. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just touched about the game of football. It give it and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 7 yards there and a first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. First guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out. While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, Griffin. He's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs from. It was way back then, could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did the lady go miss? Ay, her she was magic, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught her the rhythm, she caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spent the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex I went.
Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
Adam Vinatieri set to kick off.
For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll throw on first down with Griffin. He finds Tomlinson as running back. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
First carry for the 5-time Pro Bowler, LaDainian Tomlinson.
Number 21, LaDainian Tomlinson.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Woodson. A 5-yard pickup.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Griffin. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 42-yard line. Now Griffin. And it's complete to Antonio Gates. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Back to the running game. It's Tomlinson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On 2nd and 15 now. Griffin. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
And now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Got a man and he gets him in stride. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So give them the 1st down. 1st and goal after a pickup of 4, and the decision to go for it pays off. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A great play there. Taking it in. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots.
Makes the score Patriots 7, Raiders 0. Younghoe Koo set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. He'll get 4 yards on the carry there, and we will get to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter from Vegas, the homestanding Raiders with a football here as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. From the shotgun, it's Vick. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Vick will look to throw on 1st down. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off on a great one, Darrelle Revis. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Now this is for his running back, Tomlinson. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. On first down, Griffin. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 3rd down, it's Turner, and he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and then leads to the 1st and goal. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
I think they've been absolutely terrific.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29. First down, Vick. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Vick to the air again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Griffin. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, it's Griffin. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th.
Intended for LaDainian Tomlinson. Incomplete.
Field goal coming from Younghoe Koo. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick here is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So good work there to get points just before the half as they add on to their lead.
As trite as it sounds, every little bit helps. That's exactly what they're going for. Anytime you get a chance to put points on the board, you take it.
And they didn't leave the other side with much time at all. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. This will be the final play of the half. Vick. Oh, and now Vick throwing another interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. But gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They're already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
Second half begins with a run by Henry. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
But whenever you call and run the hitch route, a lot of times that ball's got to be in the air before the receiver even turns around. That's the result of throwing it so many times in practice. Is really a timing route. Make sure that ball's out of your hands, and oftentimes the receiver turns around, and there's the ball. Nice completion there.
The pass that's taken in by Hill, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. From the gun, Vick. Oh, and now Vick throwing another interception. Picked off at the 21. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the third quarter of this divisional round matchup. They run the counter. Tomlinson. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 40, the 20, 10.
We got plenty of fight, baby.
All the way in. Touchdown, New England. LaDainian Tomlinson, 77 yards. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
And they're able to up the lead by one more.
It's the score, Patriots 24, Raiders nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Oh, boy, he got a favorable spot there. The guys on the sidelines were raising their hands over their head and clasping their hands to signal safety. But the official marked it just outside the end zone at the 1-yard line.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Out of his end zone, here's Vick. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 13. And did he get in? No, they'll mark him down at the 1-yard line. When you're on your own 1-yard line like they were, oftentimes you're thinking just run on any down, get some space. There they elect to throw it. It cost them.
You get the sense that they were banking on the element of surprise, right? Everyone expects you to run it there. Let's take a shot. Let's throw it. Try and create some space, some room. And it went awry, didn't it?
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. LaDainian Tomlinson, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score, Patriots 31, Raiders nothing. Younghoe Koo set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. He's at the 30. Still going. And he will score.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields it in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
He fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it. And you're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he approved the green light for bringing it out from deep in the end zone. And that's exactly why he did.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. From the 6. Oh, a miscommunication on the lateral. The ball's out. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
That throw into the arms of Allen. And some space here. And he takes it all the way up to the 45-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 44 yards. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. They go play action with Griffin. Being chased out left. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. To try again after the sack. Griffin. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for Antonio Gates that time. But now it's 3rd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. From the shotgun, Griffin. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 42-yard line. To throw again is Griffin. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brings up 3rd down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On third down, Griffin. Going right side, and that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
New England.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Tomlinson. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
To throw on 3rd down, Griffin. They set up the screened LT. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Griffin. And it is incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Raider D, they get the football back. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th. But they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
Vegas.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Vick. Caught left side, Hopkins. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. One last shot for Michael Vick. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 25. And that will write a finish to this ball game. And they're moving on to the conference championship.